27 years ago, one of the deadliest disasters in recent Chicago history was unfolding across the city. A heat wave, turning brick houses and apartments into ovens.
The temperature was 106 degrees. The heat index, which is our experienced heat for a typical body, was 126.
Streets were humming as residents cranked up the AC. That is, until the power grids failed, leaving thousands without electricity. High-rises that relied on power to pump water above the 5th or 6th floor were forced to go without. Elevators stopped working, and in some cases, trapping elderly residents. It was unlike any disaster in the city's history. Silent, invisible, and slowly revealing just how deadly it was.
The hospitals got overwhelmed, the roads buckled, bridges couldn't open and close. It was a real nightmare.
In the end, the heat and humidity claimed over 700 victims, mainly elderly and poor.
It wasn't just that 700 people died, it was that hundreds of people were discovered home and alone. They were socially isolated.
It seemed that no one could explain the staggering number of deaths, let alone the heartbreaking manner in which they were found.
Where the science got interesting is that I noticed something surprising. There were a number of neighborhoods that were very poor, very segregated, that looked on paper like they would do very badly in the heat wave, that turned out to be among the safest places in Chicago. What mattered was what I came to call the social infrastructure. Are there neighborhood libraries? Are there playgrounds? Are there healthy sidewalks? Are there stoops where people sit out during the day? If you don't see your neighbors as a matter of routine and don't build those relationships, you don't know when someone's stuck at home and in trouble.
In the wake of Superstorm Sandy, a study showed that neighborhoods with weak social bonds reported longer recovery times.
It's not a cultural issue. It's because the social structure, the social infrastructure of the neighborhood doesn't make it possible for you to learn who's at risk and who you can help.
How can we take lessons learned in the '95 heat wave and apply them in a future filled with climate-fueled disasters?
Investing in social infrastructure is a tremendous way to revitalize poor urban neighborhoods that are in trouble on an everyday basis, and also to protect life during disasters.
Not only can this help tackle socioeconomic issues, it can potentially play a huge role in future climate solutions.
Change the conversation about climate change. It's not just about meteorology, it's also about sociology.